4 things car accident passengers need to know. Passengers in car accidents are in a specific and unique place. They aren't holding the wheel, but they're still involved in the accident. It really changes the game in terms of fault and how to go about the claim. Often a passenger is involved in an accident and they say, what do I do next? It's not my car. I wasn't the driver. Maybe I didn't see exactly how the accident happened or appreciate the sight lines. Who do I do my claim with? What are my accident benefits? How does this work with the driver? What if I know the driver? Does that change things? There's a lot of questions swirling around, and I hope that this video helps answer a couple of those. And I'm going to answer 4 important points that a lot of my clients have when it comes to personal injury claims when they're a passenger in the accident. And the first one, and this is just a good idea, is to call the police. You want to call the police after a car accident because they do important work. They look at the scene, they consider what went on with the vehicles, they talk to witnesses, they think about speeds, they think about road conditions, and often, even though they don't technically do this, they will write in who's at fault for the accident. And this is important because even though you weren't in control of the vehicle, for me as a personal injury lawyer, I need to know who is ultimately responsible for paying your claim. That could be the insurance company of the vehicle that you're in, or it could be the insurance company of the other vehicle who is at fault, or maybe both. So when we appreciate that an accident happened, we need to know all the factors and what important people, including the police officer, have to say about fault determination. So call the police, have somebody else call the police. Ultimately, we want to see a police report come from that car accident, whether you initiated that report or not. The second one is determining fault. Now, like I mentioned, you weren't in control of the vehicle, so you don't ultimately bear blame for the accident. But fault determination is important. So we need to understand what you think happened in the accident. What does the driver of your car think happened? Talk to the driver if they're willing and sort out what they saw in those final moments before the accident, where they were looking, what their perception of the light was or the traffic around them was. You want to learn that so that your lawyer can make a good determination of who is blameworthy in the accident or which parties bear blame in the accident. So it's important to think about fault from a practical sense when we're going about your claim, and to not think about fault as a passenger will typically lead to delay when it comes to settling and advancing your personal injury claim. Accident benefits. Often I will have passengers in car accidents who say, who goes and pays my accident benefits? How do I access medical treatment? How do I get weekly wage indemnity benefits? And the answer is that the insurance company insuring the vehicle that you're in is the party responsible for making good on your accident benefits claim. So you will need to open your accident benefits claim through the insurance company that insures the vehicle you were in at the time of the accident. Now, we are happy to do that for our clients. It's often the case that it's complex and there's phone calls and waiting and paperwork and claim numbers swirling around. And we're trying to reduce the stress of the claim process on our clients. So it's very easy for us to connect those dots and open up that claim. As a personal injury lawyer, and for all of us in Nova Injury Law, we're keen to get our client into treatment, to reduce those barriers and streamline access to medical services. So if you're sitting back wondering, how do I open up my accident benefits claim? Who do I call? Don't worry about it. Just call and we'll take care of it. And then the last one, and this is so important, whether you're a driver, a passenger, a pedestrian, a cyclist, no matter who you are, you have to make sure that your injury claim is settled for a fair sum. That's what it's all about. Tort law, injury law, this is the type of law that I practice every day. And the question is, what's fair? We have to appreciate what your injuries are, what the medicals say, what the impact on your life is. And as a personal injury lawyer, I need to take the time to listen, to understand the detail, to have it supported with medical information, because that's the only way that you can answer the question, what's fair? What's fair for this client specifically? Because every single claim is different. The losses and their significance will be different for every person. So if you're not at fault for an accident, you have an injury claim, then the question is, what's it worth? That's a process that you'll have to work with your injury lawyer to come up with, to work through. and you want to know what that lawyer's case theory is. At Nova Injury Law, we meet with every client to understand what their concerns are, their priorities are, and what the scope of the impact really is. And we dive into what that means for that person in the short term and the long term. And before we even talk about what the claim is worth and begin to negotiate that, we check all that information and we support it with medical information. I have a meeting with my client before we ever talk about offers to say, here's what I think your claim's worth. Here's what I think we should do next, because ultimately my client retains me for my advice so that they can make informed decisions. So if you're sitting there today with questions about what to do with your injury claim because you're a passenger in a car accident, if you're sitting there with questions and unsure about the answers, you're researching online perhaps, looking at blogs and posts about information, maybe asking friends about how they went about their claim, I can tell you that we deal with this every single day. I have a dedicated team that is passionate, professionals, educated, and experienced when it comes to advancing quality car accident cases. So if you have those questions, just reach out. It's very important that you take the steps now to secure your claim going forward, because you only have one opportunity to do a personal injury claim. Once you settle, your claim is over. So it's important that you're fairly compensated so that you can move forward and have the compensation that you need to address wage loss, future care costs, and anything else that you need in the future because of the harm caused in the accident. My name's Jeff Mitchell. I'm the lawyer at Nova Injury Law, and along with the rest of the team, we are here to represent folks who need help, who are concerned about their injuries, who need compensation and have questions. If we can help you answer those questions, we'll gladly do so. A free case review is the first thing that starts off every claim at Nova Injury Law. So if you have questions, reach out. We'll book in your free consultation today and get you answers so that you know what to do next about your injury claim. Thanks for watching this video, and take care.